Hey, Black America, what's going on? We are here post-debate. We've been sitting here for, I don't know, and we are getting live reactions to what just took place in the debate. I'm standing here. Introduce yourself to them.
Yes, I'm Robin White Jackson from Mississippi and Mississippi Black Women's Roundtable. So honored to be here in DC and to have the opportunity to watch the debate with such an amazing organization.
So Robin was here watching us live. We got a lot of reactions, a lot of emotion based on policy. Tell me what you, how do you feel about what you saw?
Yeah, I'm very excited about the fact that we actually saw conversation tonight about policy issues. Really understanding really what these particular issues are actually wanting to see happen for the American people. I enjoy hearing conversations from Kamala Harris and responding to really things that she would want to see for the working American. So I'm very excited to hear about that. Would love to hear more about those particular policies and this opportunity economy that we hear about, and just what that looks like for America.
Tell me from this experience as well. You are a Black woman. You are witnessing something that is relatively unprecedented in nature. Talk to me from that lens about how significant it was seeing a woman of color in that situation.
Yeah, it was motivating, and then also it gave me a very great understanding of what position that we are in America. Understanding and knowing that Black women and have now gained this authority where we are shifting the way that we express what is needed for our communities and for our community. So I saw a very great representation of myself, and then also an advocate that was talking about what's important to Black women, Black families, and also other Americans.
It's absolutely a powerful moment that we all got to witness. What are you looking forward to as we start the transition? We've heard the debate tonight. There's going to be a lot of reaction. But what is important to you as we get ready to go from what we've heard tonight into the mobilization stage, into the, we got to cast a vote.
I'm really excited about seeing how the young people will take this debate and actually move the messaging out as it relates to social media and TikTok. I know that tonight I was actually looking on X and seeing the particular things that their conversation about. So I'm really excited to see what their message will be as we move forward, because we understand that this election and this election is very important to Gen Z. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to say, what BMs they're going to give us, but because she dropped the mic a couple times, both ways. We got some, some conversations tonight. So seeing how Gen Z kind of responds to that is going to be really great to see.
Now listen, Robin just put you on notice.
Yeah, y'all gotta tell us.
We're not sitting here just watching. What you doing? I think somebody said a couple weeks ago, do something.
Do something.
It's time to do something.
Tell us what you feel. Let us know. Let us know how you feel tonight about the debate. Thank you so much.
Mississippi's in the building.
We're here.
Mississippi's in the house. That's my family.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I hope so. What are your reaction in real time? Like, what are you experiencing? Talk to us a little bit in the chat. We want to know how you felt about what we just saw real time. We saw a lot of conversation around policy. We talked about abortion. We talked around the war in Gaza. We talked about a myriad of different things. And we also just heard from Robin about the significance of the Gen Z movement in this moment. This is your election, y'all. This is as important as it's ever going to be for you this moment. I think it's important even in moments like this to talk to someone who understands it first and foremost. Come on and join me up here, brother. Introduce the people to yourself. Now, this is unprecedented because in about a week or so, we're going to be on different sides of the field. But, for the purposes of this, we can do a half an hour thing, and it'll be okay. See? Don't start wrong. We talk about unite. Let's unite things today, all right? Let's unite some things.
Yes.
Introduce yourself to the people.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Miles Hollingsworth. I serve as president of the NAACP in New York State Conference Youth and College Division. I also serve as the Region 2 Youth Representative for NAACP.
So we got one here. It's a powerhouse in the making. Miles, talk to us a little bit about, we just finished watching the debate. Tell us a little bit about what your reaction was to the information we heard on.
Well, I think, like many young people, our reaction was very simple to what we saw from the candidates. It was very stark. We got personalities out of both, but simply put, and as a fellow Bison, we saw the type of leader that Howard University raises, and frankly, that's one that we may need in the White House right now. But on a fair note, we saw how each of them would react around each of the policy agendas that matter to young people. policy around, gun violence, which, just this last week we saw the massacre of several children in that high school, and a policy around student loan debt cancellation, around the war between Israel and in Gaza, the Palestinian people. Those policy points were reflected towards us as these are the type of people that are running for office. This is what is actually coming up with us. These are who these people are.
I think what's also key, what you just made mention to, I'm going to put us on a platform a little bit. HBCUs is in the middle.
Absolutely.
And we've long had to fight this narrative that HBCUs is a marginalized education or something of the sort. We're seeing in rapid succession all across this country that HBCUs are churning out some of the brightest and most fulfilling minds all across the country. Talk about the significance of seeing a fellow HBCU, or bison, if you will, in this moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Seeing my alumni on the debate stage tonight was more than paramount. It's a testament to what kind of leaders Black young people can be. She's not only leading that by example, but showing what kind of grace and poise is necessary to be a president of the United States. But then also an advocate around these very big problems that we care about. But particularly on the HBCU problem, we are able to see not only how important the conversation is, but then also how folks are actually underscoring it. HBCUs have, for the longest time, been a beacon for folks to discuss voting, to discuss advocacy, and to discuss civil rights. They're transitioning the conversation from how do we need to vote, or why do we need to vote, to we don't have the luxury to skip out and vote.
There you go.
And for young people like myself who are voting this time for the first time for a presidential election, we're taking this conversation to the ballot box with us, that HBCUs are not only the catalyst, but the space to be for learning about voting and voting education.
Miles has hit on something so incredibly key. I mean, I remember my first election at Hampton when I was going through that process itself, and it's just amazing the feeling of the accountability that's associated. So, give a message to your fellow first-time voters who are taking advantage of this opportunity. What would your message be to those who are taking advantage of the opportunity to vote for the first time?
Absolutely. So to understand what this moment is, the message of the day, the message of the year, frankly, is to understand and absorb, right? Understanding multiple things, that we're in unprecedented times, but particularly around our issues that are important to us. Gun violence, that Black people who look and sound like us, are dying at a rate disproportionate to our white counterparts, right? We have leading organizations all over to tell us that Moms Demand, Youth Over Guns, et cetera, et cetera. We want to continue to also expand that advocacy. We're also talking about how we need to address issues between race and race relations. But beyond that, economic security, health security, Medicare security, we need to build the narrative beyond this is information, we just need to spew it out to voters, go door to door and spew it out. Understand it and absorb it. Understand that, frankly, we have no other option but to vote. We don't have, like I said before, the luxury to skip out this vote. Our ancestors fought too hard or for too long. Our leaders have built us up. Our parents, frankly, have taught us too much and brought us too far to stop right now. So let's continue to understand and absorb this information and make our parents proud, make us be in a position to succeed in the future, continue to achieve.
I will borrow something from Snick Legacy, Cortland Cox. He always says, if you do nothing, nothing will matter.
Absolutely.
And this is not an opportunity for us to sit this one out. We have to do something.
Absolutely.
Miles, we appreciate you sharing your insights, appreciate you sharing your reactions, and we hope that you all are sharing your reactions real time with us with what you just saw as a result of the presidential debate on this evening. Listen, we're not going to stop here. We got so much more other stuff going on. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you, man. We got so much more going on here. And like I told you, we're not just watching, we're working. As Tyler mentioned to you a little bit earlier in the day, our mobilization efforts surrounding the upcoming election is vital. We are mobilizing 300,000 people, 300,000 followers all across the country, and we can take advantage of being a part of that by texting 20707. Text the word volunteer to 20707. Take advantage of the opportunity. It's time to be all in. We need all of you to be all in. Gonna get another reaction from my brother right here in real time as well. It's clearing out a little bit. Everybody's CBC week, so everybody feel like they got some other stuff going on. But we going to segment this debate. That's my civic engagement team back here. They trying to sneak off, but they gonna talk it out. Don't fight the power. Get in the street. Talk. Introduce yourself to the people, brother. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Introduce yourself to my people.
My name is David Green. I'm a political science major at Howard University. And I'm here to react to the debate.
Outstanding.
And watch it. And this will be a very exciting thing.
David, we appreciate you making time. Listen, I'm assuming this is your first time?
It is.
Outstanding. Talk to me a little bit about what your experiences was. I mean, you obviously you may be watching this from a different lens than you may watched it previously. Talk to me about what you experienced in this debate.
I think what I experienced was a lot of, it was almost a dichotomy. I think you had a situation where, the kind of candidate we're used to, rhetoric we're used to, and then, a sort of angle difference. This is something that we haven't seen with the past two Trump his presidency, his candidacy. I think what we're seeing now is a return to a place where we can progress, instead of rhetoric that is at most times just lies and at other times unintelligible. I think absolutely, especially tonight, and I think that was put on display more than ever. Where in the previous debates maybe it wasn't as obvious with some issues on both sides, but I think there was a lot of really pin down a lot of the exaggerated rhetoric that has been built in Trump's campaign recently.
Right.
And I think that it was a really good job of Harris to really ground things in reality.
Also thinking about the fact that, this may have been the first time in recent debate where we actually had policy, not just rhetoric, not just proponents, but actually being able to hear a presidential candidate speak about a particular policy and then you as an individual say, I agree or not agree with that. So talk to me a little bit about hearing around policy and what that may have done to you from reacting to it.
Yeah, I think that's something that we haven't seen in a while on the presidential debate stage. I think, recently we're having callbacks to like the 2012 presidential debates with Obama and Romney, and the stark difference between that and like what we can see in recent years. And I think that, like I said, that was a big return to that, and that we had the opportunity to actually look at what these candidates have been doing, what they're planning to do, and not vote off of this exploited media that I think is really trying to jump up the Trump campaign. This rhetoric about immigrants coming to kill your families, and just these things that are hyperbolic, exaggerated, and at the end of the day, Americans are really concerned about because they don't observe this happening the way that Trump's campaign does. And I think that in many ways, you had a candidate that was able to really see that this is a policy position. What am I concerned about as a voter, as a citizen? How are you going to address that? I think that's something that was on one side and was completely ignored by the other, and I think that was really promising.
David, as we close, talk to me a little bit about the importance you may mention to what are we going to do about it. As you may mention to, this is your first upcoming election, so that you're incredibly excited. What is your message to those who may be on the fence, who may, I don't need to vote, it'll really make a difference. What is your message to those who may be a little bit indifferent to moments like this?
I think my message would be to focus on the issues, think about what matters to you, what affects you in your everyday life, and vote for the candidate that is going to help with those issues. We get we get wrapped up in sort of treating politics like team sports, and this idea that we have to align ourselves with one side or the other, and think about the issues that affect you, think about the candidates that are addressing your issues and have plans to address your issues, and vote with that, and I think that's the main message.
Outstanding. David, absolutely pleasure, man. Appreciate you as always. Y'all heard it here first now. He said vote the issues that matter the most to you. Don't vote party affiliation. Vote what's in the best interest of you. We appreciate everybody tuning in to take part in what took place over the last several hours. We got so much information with regards to policy as well, but we want to ensure that they don't get yelling about baked beans and chicken wings or something like that. I don't know, over there all loud. It's real in here, sorry, we family. But listen, thank you all for tuning in over the last several hours with us, and those who are following us along with us on the social media platforms. We appreciate you being engaged with us. We want you to not just watch, we want you to get busy in the work. You can get all in with the NAACP. Visit us at naacp.org for more information. But if you want to take action right now, text volunteer to 20707. Let's get to action. Let's be all in. We'll talk to you all again.